guys, Crazy Postman here. So why am I driving through a rainstorm on this dreary morning? Well, I got a phone call from my dad this morning saying LUBA is stranded in the backyard, so we're gonna have to go over there and take a look, because I opened up the app this morning to see if I could send it home or see what happened, and evidently there is a new firmware and app update that was pushed out, and my phone updated the app sometime overnight automatically. So that instantly makes me lose access to LUBA, because with LUBA, the way they have it set up, the app and the robot have to be on the same firmware version. And that makes sense, because it would cause compatibility issues if they're not on the same firmware. So here I am driving in the rain to go see why LUBA is stranded in the backyard, because the app is useless to me right now because of the firmware updates. Y'all know it's a 40-mile trip for me, and I'm just now getting into it. One advantage of owning an electric car is, you know, I didn't even notice my wipers weren't on. I have wax on my windshield right now because I just washed my car yesterday, oddly enough. That's probably why it's raining. You're welcome, Southwest Oklahoma. It is 40 miles to get to my dad's house, but having an electric car, it really doesn't cost me that much. At the end of this video, I'll show you how much the grand total mileage and cost was for this trip. But let me put some miles on this car, and when we get to LUBA, we will see what exactly went wrong last night, if it's LUBA's fault or if it's my yard's fault. Usually it's just a hazard in my yard, you know, a stick, a hole. It's rarely LUBA's fault that I have errors. So we will go check on LUBA, and then we will get this firmware up to date, and I will see y'all in a little bit. Just got a new text message from the weather service.
New event. Flood advisory from May 28, 2023, 9:59 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central Daylight Saving Time for Altus. Link to inws.ncep.noaa.gov.
Just what I wanted.
Do you want to reply?
No, I don't need to reply.
All right.
So, those of you who don't know, the Crazy Postman is also a tornado chaser down here in Southwest Oklahoma. That's why the weather service is sending me personal text messages here. But yeah, looks like we're going to be in a flood warning for a while. I wonder if LUBA can swim. Oh boy. So here we are at the house, and obviously LUBA is still missing. I kind of know where it's at because I know where it's supposed to be mowing. Now, you can see it did mow this recently here. You can see its little stripes, and it's kind of organized the pecan seeds there. It doesn't appear that there's a reason for it to be stuck. Check underneath of it. I don't see a reason for it to be stuck. This blade does not spin freely. Neither does that one. That's interesting development. Both spinning plates are tight. I'm not sure why it's stuck here. We got a green light on the front bumper. Let's see if we can go ahead and send it home and see if it goes. Home, start. It started cutting for a second. All right, it is turning in the direction of home. Let's see if it makes it. LUBA is turning around. It kind of missed its little turnaround point just a little bit here. LUBA, your accuracy was a little off there. You came in at a pretty bad angle there. You're gonna have to try that again. Yeah, why don't you try that again there, LUBA? That was not a very good backup job. There you go. You're doing better this time. So here we are. You joined me. It is starting to rain here now, so this is awesome. I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible. We are going to update this app and then see if I can see what the error was last night, why it stopped. All right, so here's a quick view. One-click upgrade. It is now upgrading. I took a screenshot. Let me show you what the rain situation is here now. I mean, looking back towards where I live at Altus, looks pretty bad over there. I'll be driving through all of that to get there, so I'm happy about that. So now we're just going to stand here and wait for the next 4 minutes and 40 seconds. All right, so the rain's really picking up now, and the bad thing about this is I have to stand here in Bluetooth range. I cannot go take shelter inside the house. Looks like I'm about to get soaked. I could back up maybe a little bit under this tree. I don't know if y'all can see that. If I lean up, there is a tree above me. It is coming down pretty good. You won't be able to see on this action camera, but out there in the front yard, it is coming down. Upgrade was successful. It's now just coming back online after the upgrade. And it's actually stopped raining so hard now. Dang it. I just stood out here during the worst of it, and now it's kind of stopped. So let's go into these notifications and see if we can see why it stopped last night. There is no notifications for last night. So May 26th is the last time I got a notification. Now if you look here, today is May 28th. So I should have a notification for May 28th or even May 27th, because it's scheduled to start back there at 10 p.m. May 27th. And it was still sitting out here today, May 28th. It was just chilling out there. So it'd been out there at least 12 to 14 hours or more. Still don't have an updated notification. If we go into the map, maybe it will give us an updated notification here. Let's do this auto test real quick. It seems to do this every time, so this is normal after an update or power off situation. Now you can see here on the screen, let me stop this screen recording and restart it now that we're in landscape. Okay, see, I have to be in the map view before it updates the notifications. It seems to not update the notifications if you're just in the front page, if you know what I mean, like the page before you go into the map. So I got a lift motor abnormal today. That's today, just now when I was messing with it. Stop button triggered, lift sensor, that was me. Okay, so I had a cutting plate get stuck last night at midnight 37. Right cutting motor overload. Cutting plate get stuck. So it looks like it tried to mow and the cutting plates are having issues and the lift motor is abnormal. So for lift motor abnormal, it says to charge LUBA. Okay, don't know how charging it's going to help that, but that's what it's doing. We're charging. Now for right cutter motor overload. I did try to twist them, and they did seem like there was something stuck, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that because I did not bring my tool to undo the blades. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to fix that. I could pull the hose over here and risk spraying off the bottom. Now we all know about that situation. LUBA is allowed to be sprayed on the bottom, but there has been some situations where the rubber protection piece underneath has got a cut in it and allowed water in. So that seems like the only thing I'm going to be able to do right now. It's starting to come down pretty hard again. I better quickly get over there, get the water hose, and I'm going to try to spray off LUBA before I go home. Because remember, I am 40 miles away from home right now. I can't just easily come out here and fix this. Okay, so we are now in a full-on rainstorm. Luckily, I'm under the trees, so I will get it in just a minute. But looking over there at the house, it's coming down good already. Now, I don't have any other choice but to do this, so it is what it is. We are gonna, oh, we're not gonna use the shower. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're gonna try to twist this by hand. Maybe we can loosen it up a little. Whatever's stuck back there. They're both kind of stiff. Man, now my finger's nasty. Oh well, we don't have a choice. We gotta... Oh man, whatever is stuck in there. So that one's going all right. It's, oh man, I'm getting so wet right now. I'm gonna slice my finger off. I mean, it's doing better than it was. I'm just gonna have to leave it at that. And hopefully the motor has enough torque to keep spinning the blade. I'm gonna run over here and turn off this hose. Oh man, I'm soaked. LUBA's probably waiting for a satellite signal to be able to move. Come on, go home. Oh, there it goes. All right. Doing its little pivot on its carpet like it's supposed to, and it's backing straight into the charging station. So hopefully LUBA can continue on mowing its schedule. Tomorrow is a holiday, so technically I could come back tomorrow if I needed to and bring the proper screwdriver to take off that blade plate and see what's stuck under there. The last time I had this situation, there was just some grass like twirled around underneath that plate, and it just caused enough friction to make it to where LUBA couldn't turn the blade anymore. So we're gonna call it quits for today. There's not much more I can do with all this rain coming down right now. I'm gonna get back home and get this video put together. Remember, here after I say goodbye, I'm going to include how much it cost me to drive here on the end of the video, just for fun. So that's the major benefit of having an electric car, is they're so cheap to drive. Thanks for watching this LUBA update, and I will see you in the next one. Now we got Thunder running to the car. Run, run, run. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So wet. Open, open. Well, I am in a full-on rainstorm mode now. Well, I am not having an enjoyable drive here. 23 miles away from my parents' house, so I'm about halfway home, and it's been like this the whole way. The road is like a river. But you have to give it to the car. It's still driving itself. Now I'm keeping my hand very close to the wheel because, you know, nothing's perfect, but it's still driving itself even though it's raining extremely hard. So I did take a few precautions. The cruise control is off. I'm controlling the speed myself. The car is controlling the steering. So we are just puttering our way through. So with all this water on the road, it adds a little bit of rolling resistance. So you can see here, it takes about a continuous 25 to 35,000 watts. I am going up a slight hill right now. All right, we safely made it back to the driveway. Thanks for watching this little extra edition at the end. Just for proof, I drove 41 miles, so the round trip was actually 82 miles. So let's go ahead and get this car charging, and I will show you all just a clip here in just a minute of how much it cost me to go there and back in my electric car. And we're going to go ahead and plug it in. Takes a few seconds, and then it initializes charging, and there you can see it is charging at the full power, 39.3 amps. That's usually where it maxes out at, and the voltage you can't really see. It says 239. As promised, here's the final results. We charged for 4 hours and 7 minutes, put in 36 kilowatt hours for a total of $2.59. Now, I could have done it a little bit faster. The car's capable of charging at 48 amps. I charged for a little bit at 40 amps, and then the last hour probably at 35 amps. I've been having some overheating issues with my charger that I'm trying to figure out, so I had to back off the power just a little bit to keep it from overheating. So that brings us to the end of the episode. Thanks for watching, and be sure this Memorial Day weekend to remember the service members, past and present, that have given the ultimate sacrifice in service of their country. Thanks for watching.